Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Ramil Podcast. At this point, I don't think I need an introduction. You know what the fuck is up. Roll the intro! Welcome, guys. I missed all of you guys. I really did. This is exciting. I'm so excited. I'm dancing with a stranger right now. How excited I am. Sam Smith, if you guys didn't catch the reference. By the way, this episode is brought to you by the Yielding Seed. Fantastic. Now, it is around like the afternoon. It's around 12:01. So I got my tummy went. That's an indication where you got to eat, right? We know this because of life. And I decided to bring out the Yielding Seed. Phenomenal. Pineapple turkey burger with a little bit of mac and cheese. Phenomenal. You can't go wrong. Oh, so good. No, I won't eat during the podcast because that's kind of gross. But so good. I will say this. Something crazy happened to me yesterday morning. Now, I talked about it a little bit on Instagram, but I want to bring it to my Facebook and YouTube audiences. Dancing with the stranger. Is it me or Sam Smith is like the evolution of George Michaels? Dancing with the stranger. I feel like you have to dance to that song like this. Dancing with the stranger. You gotta do a lot of shoulder movements. Dancing with the stranger. What the fuck am I talking about? So yesterday morning, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and categorize this event under the Mandela Effect category. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Mandela Effect, basically what it is, it's a glitch in the Matrix. And that's what happened to me. There's a glitch. Mami! La vida no es real. Elon Musk talks about this. We're in a simulation. That just made me hungry. Hold on. Because when I talk about Mandela Effect, I get hungry. So what it is, and I think the name comes, and let me look this up for a second, but I believe the name comes from, in the 1980s, you're all familiar with Nelson Mandela, right? The president of Africa. Is it Africa? I don't know. Hold on. Wait. Who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. Now, the Mandela Effect, a false memory, is a psychological phenomenon where a person recalls something that did not happen or that something happened differently from the way it happened. This phenomenon was initially investigated by psychological pioneers Pierre Janet and Sigmund Freud. It comes from a big chunk of the world remembering news footage and news articles and coverage on the death of Nelson Mandela in, I believe, in the 80s. Coined the term to describe, so this comes from Fiona Broom, a paranormal researcher, coined the term to describe the collective false memory when she discovered that a significant number of people at a conference she was attending in 2010 shared a memory that Nelson Mandela had died in prison during the 1980s. In fact, the former president of South Africa was released from prison in 1990 and was very much alive at the time of the conference. So that's where it all came from. There's a big chunk of the world that remembers a false memory of Nelson Mandela dying in the 80s or 90s. In the 80s. He didn't die until like fucking 5 years ago. That psychological term now, Mandela Effect, now we know what it is. It's a false memory. Have you ever had a false memory? Because I fucking did. And it's boggling my fucking mind. So yesterday morning, my daughter and my girl are heading out the door like they normally do every morning, right? Kiss, peanut butter jelly sandwich, slap on the ass for my girl. They're out there. They're leaving, right? They're getting into the car. And right before I close the door, I'm waving goodbye. I'm doing this thing, right? Like, I'm giving them the old sailor wave, right? I'm doing this. And right before I close the door and they're in the car, Kristen, my girl, she signals over to me something square. She does this thing right here with her hands, right? So in my head, I said, oh, she's signaling for the iPad. Right? Because sometimes we're shitty parents. Fuck you. We give our daughter the iPad on her way to school so she could color. So she could develop her artistic side. Curveball. Now, I processed that. I said, oh, iPad. I didn't close the door. I turned around. I walked into our room, searched for the iPad, found it, grabbed it with my fucking hands like a human being. I grabbed the iPad with my hands. And in fact, this is the part that's fucking with me. Because I remember looking at it and seeing the code, and I thought, should I put the code and then give it to her? This is all while I'm walking to the car. Open the door as I'm thinking, should I put the code so I could open it to give it to her? But then I thought, and this is all quick thoughts. Then I thought, oh no, she knows the code. She could just put it in herself. And as I'm finishing that thought, I'm getting to the car. Kristen lowers the back window. I stick my fucking head in like those videos on YouTube about giraffes that are way too intrusive. Stick my head inside the car, give my daughter a kiss, then hand her the iPad. She says, thank you. I said, have a nice day, princess. She says, you too, prince. And then I fucking moonwalked over to the front of the car. My girlfriend didn't put her side down. She didn't want none of that business. So I kissed the glass and I went like this. And she said, all right, fuck off. And then I walked back into the house, closed the door, and I carried the fuck on with my day, right? Everything was normal. Just another morning, right? Got dressed, did my Kegels exercises, ate 2 or 3 Ritz crackers, got dressed to go to the gym, walked to the gym, I worked on this fucking flawless physique, right? Very Greek. A lot of you would maybe say even Greek godlike. I jogged back because I don't walk anymore. That's for fucking pussies. I jogged back fast like this, both tits bouncing. Got to the house tired. I'm exhausted working on this Zeus-like physique. I walk inside. I go to charge my phone, right? Because I've been listening to music at the gym because I'm not a psychopath. What are you, those people that don't have earbuds that are just breathing heavy during sets? I don't do that shit. You got mental problems. What I do is I take my phone and my headphones, right? So I can listen to music between sets. And so what happens when I come back in, my phone's a little like halfway dead. So I go to plug in my phone, but the charger's plugged into something. Much to my surprise, when I look over to try to figure out what's that plugged into the charger, because I need to disconnect it and put my phone, guess what the fuck it was? The iPad. Why is the fucking iPad plugged into the phone? Why is the iPad charging? Nelson Mandela, Tron. I also fart because I fart a lot when I get nervous. Now I'm naked. Dick hanging out. My mind. I'm living in a false reality. Why is the iPad on the fucking counter there? So I call Kristen. I call my girl and I tell her, what happened this morning? Why did you signal something to me? And I walked through the car. Why? Tell me why. Tell me why right now. Why did you do this? And tell me to go. And she goes, oh, because I was asking for the iPad. I said, okay, stop there. Then what did I do? She said, then you went inside and you brought the iPad. I go, did I really bring the iPad? Did I physically bring the iPad? She goes, I don't remember. I go, what? I go, this is essential. I'm freaking out. I'm losing my fucking mind. Did I or did I not embark on a voyage back to the house to bring the spices of iPad to your vehicle? She said, I remember you going back inside, but I don't know if you brought out the iPad. I know that's what I asked you for. I said, listen, life isn't real. We're a simulation. Someone needs to fucking revive Stephen Hawking, and we got to get to the bottom of this. Einstein, do something. So then I said, okay. I said, I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to freak out. I'm going to wait till I pick up my daughter later from school. And without leading her, I'm going to question her about this. Okay, so later that night, later on in the day, we come home, we're eating dinner, and I remember, and I said, hey, Kylie, remember this morning when you were leaving? I went in, I gave you a kiss, and you guys were about to leave, right? What was there something that I gave you? And she said, because they're fucking, was it a dinosaur? I said, no, I need you to concentrate. Hold on, look at me. Okay, you were leaving. I was about to close the door. Mommy signaled something to me, right? To go get something. Did I get something and give it to you? She goes, yeah, you gave me the iPad. Tsunami. Nipples hard. Big bang. Caveman. They covered. I said I did, didn't I? She goes, yeah. And just to test her, I said, and the day before yesterday, the same thing happened, and I gave you a little stuffed toy. Remember what toy it was? And she's like, no, you didn't do that. I said, I didn't do that, right? The day before, I didn't give you a stuffed toy. Are you sure? She goes, yeah, no, I'm sure. You didn't give me a stuffed toy. I said, okay, but then yesterday, I gave you something, right? She goes, yeah, you gave me the iPad. I said, Mandela Effect! There's a glitch. I don't know if it's fucking Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos. I don't know who we got to talk to about this glitch, but you got to fix this because I'm going fucking crazy. I'm going crazy. We all remember this incident. Why was the iPad right? It was right there charging. Aliens are real. Aliens are real. It's all I'm saying. What the fuck was that shit? Someone explain. Now let me give you some other examples of this phenomenon. These are just a few examples. The Berenstain Bears and the Bernstein Bears. Which do you recall? Berenstain. Berenstain, B-E-R-E-N, Stain, S-T-A-I-N, Bears, and the Berenstain, B-E-R-E-N, Steen, Stein, I guess, S-T-E-I-N, Bears. I remember Bernstein, the Jewish Bears. Still one of the most popular topics on the website. A lot of people remember that Billy Graham's funeral on TV prior to his death on the 21st of February 2018. People remember that. The Challenger shuttle explosion date, 1984, 1985, 1986. Winter or another time of the year. It was the 28th of January, 1986, but people remember it in on different years. What is going on here? Curious George, tail or no tail? He's never had a tail. Curious George has never had a fucking tail. This is part of the article, but people remember him with a tail. No mama's way. Betty White, alive and well. She's fucking 2,000 years old, but people remember her dying at the age of 96 on January 2018. Remember Sinbad, the comedian, the actor, he was very popular in the 90s, did a bunch of movies. People remember Sinbad, and I'll put it up here somewhere. I'll put it right here. Did a genie movie. Shazam. Here's the confusion. Kazam was with Shaquille O'Neal. But people remember Shazam with Sinbad as the genie. However, that movie never existed. And people are saying, yes, I've seen the movie. Other people are saying, I've never heard of that movie. The world is divided. There's people that swear they've seen this movie, Sinbad as the genie, and other people that say, no, it's never happened. You can't find that movie anywhere. There's no evidence of it. Somebody get Elon Musk on the fucking phone. Tell him to stop firing all those damn rockets to space and to get on this Mandela Effect. It's just fucking tripping me out. I know I gave her that iPad. Elon! It's just fucking crazy. We're living in crazy times. I also think that the internet's saturated with dumb shit, so it makes you question a lot of things. What else? So am I going crazy? Maybe. Is this like a hint that we're on a grid? Maybe Tron was onto something with the arcade games. We on a grid? Is this a simulation? Is this a simulated reality? I don't know. I will tell you this. No mama's way. Let's get to your questions. Huh? I think we've spent way too much time on this Mandela Effect, and it's driving me fun crazy. I couldn't sleep last night. And that's the worst, when you can't sleep and you toss and turn, and then you know you're bothering your spouse on the bed. You're like, I gotta get out of bed. But then you go out there and it's all dark and lonely, and then ding, 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 ding. That song starts. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places. The saddest song ever written. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. Wow, guy. Who writes lyrics like that? The dreams in which I'm dying. Or does he say flying? Mandela Effect. Mad World, Gary Jules. Oh my god, he does say that. This guy needs a fucking pen pal. He says, the dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. Because me, well, the ones when you're flying, which now, I mean, if you want to break down the whole dream psychology, when you're flying, it's subconscious about you trying to get away from whatever situation you're dealing with. We can talk about that all the time. People, when they lose teeth, they say you're gonna die, but some people say it's good luck. I don't know what's real anymore. We gotta get Elon Musk on the phone because this shit's fucking crazy. This guy depressed beyond belief. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you. I find it hard to take when people run in circles. It's a very, very mad world. It's a mad world, and maybe he gave his daughter an iPad, and they don't remember. You know, maybe he went back and the iPad was charging, and then after that he wrote this song because it is a fucking mad world, because Elon Musk is up to something way more than shooting these little stupid missiles up into space. What are you doing, Elon? Let us in on this. What, you want to colonize Mars, you fucking lunatic? You've seen one too many documentaries, dude. It's not gonna happen. We gotta take care of Earth before we do that shit. So I asked you guys to write in any questions, and last week, and you guys did. And by the way, when it gets dark sometimes and you guys are like, what the fuck's going on? Is there a fucking the world is your Chico's blimp going over your house? The answer is that no. I open my curtains up when I do the podcast, so I get some natural light in here, and every now and then Elon Musk dims the sky. So it's, you know what I'm saying? If you could only speak one word today, what would you say? Nah. That's it. I don't want to talk to you. Odds are, have you noticed you go, nah, a lot more than you go, yeah. Hey, do you want to go? Nah. Dude, I sent you an email. Nah. Hi, Mario. The records show that, nah. Hey, do you want to watch Game of Thrones? Nah. Have you seen The Avengers? Nah. What would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell? I think it'll make your relationship tighter and your mornings brighter, because you could just turn over and just kiss and have a conversation without doing this. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be? Easy, Boy Meets World. If you could close one fast food chain due to disgusting food, what would you pick? See, this is a tough question because I'm always thinking about the future, and the way the way fucking show business and everything is now. People like to dig. There's a bunch of diggers out there. Like the mining business went from like the coal and the cave and all that, and now they've evolved into a bunch of fucking assholes that just dig shit about the past on social media. Like, oh, you said you tweeted gingers don't have a soul in 2007. You remember that on Twitter? Was Twitter around? I don't know, but somehow they'll find it. You know, you never know. What if I become a fucking all-star basketball player? And then I say something about KFC and how their chicken's fucking disgustingly greasy. You know, sometimes you taste the old grease. And then somebody finds this podcast 10 years from now, and right when KFC wants to sponsor me, and they go, Colonel says, pull the plug on you. Because the whole grease thing he said back in 2019. If you were home on a rainy Sunday afternoon, what movie would you most want to see on television? Back to the Future. What is in your fridge right now? Probably 2-week-old spaghetti and the yielding scene. This is a phenomenal question, and we're gonna wrap it up with this one. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say? Probably this. I want to say like, hey, pick up your garbage, or stop polluting, or guys, black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever. Just get along with each other, you fucking babies. We're all the same. No one's fucking special. But the truth is, what would probably come out was just me going like this for 30 seconds. Just, much like when I used to like spit game, when I would try to, you know, when I would get like a girl's attention for the first 10 seconds at a bar or something, she'd be like, hi, I'll go, like your knees. She's like, what the fuck did you just say? Because I get nervous. Okay, I think that pretty much does it. What do you guys think? If you guys have any logical explanation to what happened with the iPad, please let me know. Because I'm very curious. And in the words of Armando Christian Perez, Dale. Thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you guys for commenting, resharing. You guys just mean the world to me. Remember, please reshare, hit that like button, get it across other pages, tell your friends about it. If they don't know, slap them in the back of the head. Be like, what are you doing with your life, dude? You need a little bit of the Ramil podcast in it just to change your perspective on things. Elon Musk watches this show. I don't know if that's true, but I believe it because he watches everything. And I'll leave you guys with this one. Tell me something, girl. Are you lonely in this lonely world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm horny. In all the good times I've learned myself puking from what you've cut. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got. I love you guys. See you next time. Un beso, no te metas con nadie. Pa' que nadie te la meta. Roll the intros and outro!